Well, hey guys, how you doing? So I'm making this video because I don't think I've ever done a real unboxing of the Mini Drak or even the full-size Drak. I can't remember if I've actually done that. I've actually done a lot of tutorials and whatnot, but I never have shown what's coming out of the box. The main thing about this airplane is the foam that it is built from. Now this is the plug from my large Drak, and I use this as a painting platform to see what sticks to the molded EPP and what does not. And through trials and tribulations, the Plastidip works the best for sticking to this type of foam. Pretty much nothing else will work. Once I would spray it on and I would let it dry, I would take a piece of tape, put it on there and pull it off and see if it would come off. You can see there's some that has come off there and some different portions. But the reason I talk about this foam and the reasons why that Mini Drak right over there has survived so well is it's taken a 100-mile-an-hour crash into the ground and the nose didn't fall off. And, the reasons why is this foam here. I'm trying to tear this in half right now, and actually I have broken this right down here. There's a little bit of a seam right there, if you can see. I've glued it back together, but basically I tried to break it over my knee about 20 times and I finally got it to break. So guys, these are the diamond inserts that go into your vertical stabs, and that basically takes some of the pressure off of the chloroplast, so let's say when you're landing and whatnot. Now the mistake I made when I first put these in there is I actually didn't glue them in. Take some hot glue or some goop and basically press these guys in here and glue them in place, because what happens, if in a crash, if the wings become separated and off comes the winglet, these can get lost in the field, so make sure that you glue these guys in. But this really helps to give the chloroplast a more surface area and contact with this area. If you can imagine, if there was just a little hole right there, it would eventually start to wear out and whatnot. Now you'll need to wash this when you first get it, because I think from hydrojetting or however they cut these out, there's a little residue there. This one is pretty cool. It says Drak right on there, so my original one did not have that. But you also have a nice vent in the front here, and this is basically your top battery cover here that covers all your components and everything, and it gets glued in the front and it gets tied down with some thumb screws in the back here. So pretty cool. These are your winglet ends that goes on the very ends of the wings, these little guys right here. And these are the component compartments that go on the top of the bays that are on the fuselage. Speaking of fuselage, I'm going to go ahead and bring the fuselage out. So it's a real nice compact size, and the nose is not quite as long as the large Drak, and he redesigned this in a way that it's going to put a little bit more strength on the side of the nose. As you can see, there's a lot of material right here. When I did my sparring, I made my spars come as far forward in the nose as I could, and that really helped to strengthen this airplane. Now when I did hit, I tended to explode the spars down in over here, but filled it with glue and just put it back together. Also, my spars, instead of laying it on the top of the fuselage here, I actually cut down with a razor blade. I inserted the spars down into the fuselage, so it really, you don't see any of this groove here on the top. But look at the nice, the wing cord there and the nice shape of the airfoil. And it's just amazing that you can get so much performance out of such a little wing, just flying this thing around at 100 miles an hour. So this is basically it. You've got your spar channels here in the bottom. So if you look really close here, you can see that there's the huge grooves there for these carbon fiber spars to go into. So when you get this kit, you're going to have all of your spars. Let me open this up real quick. Get all the spars out of here. Okay guys, so these are your two main spars, the longer and the shorter. Now you're going to need to cut these when you get your kit, but make sure that you take out the center of the carbon spar. So what you're going to see here, I'm just going to show you real quick, is that there's an inner piece and an outer piece. So a lot of guys will make a mistake. They'll go ahead and measure out for your wings and they'll cut it, and they don't realize that in the inside here is your inner spar. So this inner spar you're not going to cut, the outer spar you will cut. So they get shipped like this, so make sure you don't accidentally cut all the way through your inner and outer. So you're going to cut the outer, you're going to leave the inner whole, because that's what's going to give your wing rigidity. Here you can see there's a very tight tolerance between these spars. There's your Elevons, and these are no ordinary triangulated Elevons. Are very thick. You can see this. There's a top and a bottom to them, and if you watch the build video, you'll be able to tell which is the top and the bottom of these guys. Also online on the Facebook group is a cutout template for the Elevon here, because it is not just a straight across Elevon. You're going to have to shape these and sand them, and it doesn't take a long time. These really are easy to do. I was surprised actually how easy it was to shape your Elevon. So after lamination, they're extremely stiff and extremely strong, so that in crashes they don't break, and they also keep their rigidity all the way through when you're getting your control surfaces working. Last but not least is the motor mount, and Ritewing is known for their motor mounts. I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of companies have either copied or worked with Ritewing on their motor mounts. You can see that it's all machined and cut and sanded, ready to be installed into your kit. I love these motor mounts. Not only do they help to dissipate heat, but they're also rock solid. I never have to worry about my motor mount coming out. And then these are all the little screws, the thumb screws, and these little insets that go inside the frame to help hold the compartments closed. There's also your motor mounting screws in here, which are really nice hardware. They're going to last you the extent of your airplane. They're not going to strip or anything like that. And also some of the Velcro for keeping the wings in place. Now, I love the Velcro. The Velcro really works really well for keeping the wings in place. My problem is I didn't have enough, and I had to do an adjustment on one of them, and so I ended up going to Velcro buckles. Not that I really wanted to, but I couldn't find any more of this high quality Velcro. So, and I have a little extra here as well. So this stuff, this weird stuff, people always ask, what is this stuff for? So when you are done gluing in your spars and everything, this is for your spar capping. You're going to lay some of this into the top of the wing to help make your flow of air over the top of your spars better. You're going to glue it in, and then you're going to cut off all the excess to make it as flat as you can. And this is the nose cone. Oh, wait a second. Here's the nose cone, and this is it's a little bit of a protective thought about the nose to keep it more rigid and to protect your cameras and whatnot, because you're going to have FPV cameras up there and everything. So once again, it comes with some of they call these the IKEA type of thumb screws that are going to hold the nose in place, and also this little protective cap guy that goes in here. And you have to figure out which is the top and the bottom, make sure that you get it proper, but basically that's it. You're going to trim this off a little bit, and that'll give your nose cone a little bit of protection. Alright, and the motor. And I had called Chris Click, and I'm like, hey, you didn't send me a motor, but obviously it was inside the nose cone. So Chris, you don't have to send me another motor. All your motor screws are right here on the side. Now, one thing I have to mention about Chris Click and his group there, they always do a great job packing this stuff, so never any problems whatsoever. This is the secret sauce motor that is not going to be so secret anymore. It isn't really that secret, but I'm going to show it to you here. This is the secret sauce Chris Click motor. So there's a couple of things that make this motor really, really special. Not only is it perfectly tuned for the Mini Drak, it has fantastic efficiency to performance. Everything is made with this motor in mind so you can take it apart. So if you guys will see the end cap here, there's a little grub screw right there. So basically you can remove that grub screw and pull the whole bell off the motor. You can clean it, you can service the bearings, pop it back on, put the grub screw back in, and you're done. You can have a secondary grub screw right here to help hold the prop in place once you get everything tightened down. So there's also a double spot here for grub screws, so you can put Loctite on there. So basically you're never going to lose your prop off the back of your airplane. It's rock solid. A lot of engineering went into this Ritewing spec motor. Like I said, it is 1700 kV, takes a 7x4 to 7x5 inch prop perfectly. 7x5 I was getting 113 miles an hour this is out of a dive with a bit of a tailwind, so probably right around 100 miles an hour out of the box with 4S, and that's a 10C battery that was running. Chris Click, thank you for sending me the kit again. That's my second one. My other one's over here. I really enjoy the kit, so I'm going to build this one up, and I'm going to put hopefully a really cool paint job on these things again, because that's what I like to do. Thanks for sending the motor. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to give you guys a real close look at what you get with this kit, and why it's probably one of the highest quality kits that I've ever come across. So thanks for joining my video once again. I'll see you guys later. Bye. And what I would do is I'd spray paint. And what I would do is I would spray paint, and what I would do is I would spray paint, spray paint.